Maria. Maria, why does it not let me unmute it?
Everything was turned off. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's okay.
For safe measures. Should be good now.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome in on this Wednesday morning. This is Brooks Baptiste here, checking in from the First Alert Desk, here to get you caught up on all of the stories that are making headlines in and around Atlanta. It's actually been quite the busy morning. A lot of unfortunate situations that have happened here in our city and around our city. But I do want to begin with one of our big stories this morning, where the man accused of killing a Marietta woman and leaving her body on the side of the road is expected to ask a judge for bond. We should hear an update about that soon. But Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond reports from the DeKalb County Jail as the suspect now faces a number of charges.
Hector Rivas is accused of killing Camellia Williams back in March, and today he's scheduled to stand before a judge and ask for bond. Now, the 21-year-old Honduran national has been living in the U.S. illegally since 2021, according to ICE. His charges include malice murder, aggravated assault, rape, and necrophilia. His alleged victim, Williams, was found dead on Pat Mel Road back on March 13th. Arrest warrants state Rivas allegedly choked Williams and put his knees and full body weight on her neck, killing her. And we spoke to Williams' family after her death, and her brother, Arsene Williams, says his sister did not deserve to die.
We want to be there for his trial. I think he needs to pay for what he did. I don't think he needs to be turned over to Homeland Security and sent back to his country.
Rivas is set to appear before a judge this afternoon at 1:30. At the Cobb County Jail, Sarah Hammond for Atlanta News First.
And of course, we'll be watching that story closely throughout the day. And once we get an update, again, she said that the court will be in session at 1:30. We should likely have an update for you on Atlanta News First at 3. Also, right now, charges are pending for several people who were kicked out of a town hall meeting yesterday that was put on by Marjorie Taylor Greene, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, I should say. This was an event that was held in Cobb County. Leading up to the event, there had already been a lot of speculation about whether there were going to be protesters there. So we want to get you caught up on what is happening here, because this is a story that has made headlines. Take a look at how chaotic things were on the inside of that town hall meeting there in Ackworth. Police had to use a stun gun on at least one man, and things seemed to be a bit chaotic from the jump. Within minutes, about a dozen people had been kicked out and 2 were tased by police. A sergeant with Cobb County Police later telling us that 3 people now face charges. And Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't take questions directly from the audience, but she read pre-submitted questions out loud and responded to them on stage. She told us after the event, people had been pre-warned about causing disruptions.
I'm glad they got thrown out. That's exactly what I wanted to see happen. There's no reason for screaming, yelling, ridiculous, outrageous protesting. That disrupts the entire event for every single person that is there.
So yeah, that's just giving you an idea of what was happening. Despite GOP leadership to not hold in-person town halls, Representative Greene says she wasn't ignoring that guidance there or that recommendation. In fact, she says they had planned this town hall back in January when Ackworth became part of her constituency through redistricting. So we'll keep you posted about those people that are now facing charges this morning. Also a big story, students at Georgia State University protesting immigration and customs enforcement. This happened yesterday in a rally that is called ICE Off Our Campus. But here's the update here. Rally organizers say the State Department revoked the visas of 20 GSU students. The school has not confirmed that number to us, yet, but we did get a chance to speak with a lawyer by the name of Charles Cuck, and he says he filed a lawsuit against ICE, the Department of Homeland Security, and the U.S. Attorney General. And of the more than 150 students he represents across the country, 30 of them are right here in Georgia. He says ICE is terminating students' education status using a system created after 9/11 to track international students. And once a record is terminated, the State Department can then revoke a student visa. But he says ICE is not saying which crimes these students are accused of, and the students are not given a chance to contest the allegations.
The law here is crystal clear, and that's what makes it even more frustrating. So the government knows what they did was wrong. They know that. They just don't care.
So again, once that record is terminated, the State Department can then revoke a student visa, but you can see GSU reacting to this by releasing a statement just saying that they were going to do anything legally that they can to support the students. All right, so let's switch gears here, because would you see yourself doing this? Get in one of these driverless cars. I don't know. People in Atlanta can reserve a spot on the interest list to take a driverless Uber ride. The partnership with Waymo is set to launch this summer. You will receive a notification and an email if you have been selected for a ride. And we cannot go without sharing this sweet story with you. We just love our little furry friends, especially when they're helping patients and employees at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So this is Tomato. It's a 2-year-old golden retriever on the Canines for Kids team. The hospital says she will not only help the patients, but make sure employees are feeling supported and valued. Tomato is now a new member, and the newest member, I should say, of its employee wellness team. Just the cutest thing. First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi is here. Courtney, don't we just love the little furry friends? They're so cute. And we were saying this earlier on the air, that there's something about a golden retriever. It always looks like it's small, like it's smiling.
Right. They're just always happy. I don't blame them for choosing a golden retriever to bring joy to patients and faculty.
And you know what? Maybe we need to take a page from the book of a golden retriever. Just be happy about everything.
You know,
even
I
when you
agree
don't
with
want
you.
to.
Golden retriever mentality. That's what we
right.
all need. Absolutely. Tomato is just too adorable. I know that he will do wonderful things at Showa. All right. Thanks so much, Brooks. And you know what? We have a lot to be happy about in this forecast as well this week. Soak it in. Sunshine, 70s, 80s on the horizon. It's going to be spectacular. I'm First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. Let's talk about it, shall we? Area of high pressure building in as we speak. And you can see not a cloud in the sky across the southeast because of that area of high pressure. That is just going to give us a beautiful, beautiful day today. Taking a look at our temperatures hour by hour through the afternoon, you'll want at least a light jacket, at least according to me. Through the afternoon, we'll be in the low 60s at noon. That's still a little on the cool side for me. Temperatures topping out in the low 70s this afternoon. Temperatures area-wide topping out anywhere from the mid-60s in the mountains to the low 70s across Metro. High of 73 in Atlanta, which is just about where we topped out yesterday. The only thing about today that'll be different is that it's not going to be quite as breezy. You will still notice an elevated wind, gusts between about 18 to 20 miles per hour expected through the day today, but definitely not near as blustery as yesterday, where we had gusts exceeding 35 miles per hour yesterday. Overnight tonight, wind will calm down. We'll have clear skies, so temperatures will drop pretty quickly again tonight. You will want the coat or at least the thicker jacket stepping out the door tomorrow morning, with overnight lows again dropping into the low to mid 40s, maybe a few upper 30s out there. Upper 40s for the city of Atlanta. So definitely a chill to the air tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine and warmer temperatures with highs in the upper 70s. And we'll continue to warm up this week. Friday, low 80s, the record 87. Saturday, a high of 87, the record 88. So we will be pushing record heat this weekend. Going to feel really similar to about 2 weekends ago when we had those upper 80s sticking around for that Braves home opener. So get ready for quite the warm weekend ahead. Easter Sunday continues to look nice as well. So if you're starting to plan your outfits for it, you might need a light jacket for morning church services or any breakfast you might have going on, but by midday for brunch, temperatures in the mid-70s. In the afternoon, we'll head into the low 80s. Overcast skies, so we won't see a whole lot of sunshine, but overall it'll be a nice day. It is one of the warmer Easter Sundays we've had. Last year we did hit 80 degrees on Easter, but otherwise we've been in the upper 50s to upper 60s most of the last 5 years. low 80s in 2020 as well. So this will be one of our warmer Easter Sundays over the last 5 years. Going into the end of the weekend, an area of high pressure that's bringing us that warm weather will start to weaken. That will allow a front to move in going into Monday. We're not making that a first alert weather day yet, but just know with that ridge breaking down, that's going to open up kind of the floodgates for a more active pattern next week. We do look to stay pretty unsettled next week. So you got to soak in the sunshine and dry weather this week while it lasts. Sunshine in 70s today, really just a picture perfect afternoon. Chilly start tomorrow morning, highs in the upper 70s tomorrow afternoon, low 80s Friday, all about the 80s through the weekend, increasing cloud cover through the weekend, mostly cloudy if not overcast Sunday, and mostly dry. A few showers will be possible late Sunday night, shouldn't impact your Easter plans. And then we look ahead to a more unsettled week next week with temperatures dropping back into the 70s next Tuesday. All right, everyone, thanks so much for spending some time with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. Enjoy the beautiful weather, and we'll catch you here next time.